whatever's going to get you the most money is what you're going to do, right? Right. What is up, fam? It is Shar, and welcome to Law and Living Color. I'll provide quick tips and experiences on the law school process and legal field as a person of color. This past Tuesday, the American Bar Association, ABA, has officially put in motion, it is now permitting that law schools can require the GRE instead. Get that? Instead of the LSAT. So, cool? Cool. All right, cool. Glad we got that settled. I'm done for the day. Hope you guys got the news. Just joking. I'm joking. Also, guys, so if y'all have taken the LSAT, the ABA has also permitted that law schools take your GRE instead. This is insane. I don't know if like instead of the LSAT, but I know for sure like in addition to the LSAT, law schools are taking, for instance, Arizona State, a good amount of them have been taking GREs. So it's already been kind of a motion swinging thing. I'm not totally positive on whether they will be, on whether, you know, they'll take the law. I mean, currently, as of now, for law schools, if you retake the LSAT, they're not going to take your lower score. They're not going to average your scores. They're not going to take the median. They're going to take your higher score. So I'm assuming that if you do better on the GRE, they'll take your GRE and not your LSAT. So I don't know. Like I'm saying that as a disclaimer because I'm not confident if that's what law schools will do. I'm just assuming because they already do that with LSAT scores. Okay. There have been studies for like the GRE and the LSAT, in which the ABA determined its decision on mainly. I'm gonna read some of what the studies said. You know, they had a report that said that if certain plausible assumptions are made, we think it is possible the GRE and LSAT might be used defensively and interchangeably for law school decisions. It also said that both the GRE and the LSAT showed a similar level of predictive validity when used alone or combined with undergraduate grades. So essentially, you know, I think what a lot of people going into law school, especially if they haven't ever looked up the LSAT or know the contents of the LSAT, people automatically assume the LSAT is law related when it's not. And it's more indirectly law related. So to specify that, to clarify that, I would say like the logical reasoning of, yes, you know, you're going to need to know flaws in arguments when you're an attorney, especially if you're a trial attorney. Knowing the flaws of an argument, knowing the components of an argument and how to spot certain holes are very good to have as an attorney. Reading comprehension was another section of the LSAT that I would say is supplemental to being an attorney, because being an attorney, you're reading a lot. Like a lot. And then logic games, see, that's where the confusion comes. Logic games does ask you to think critically, and you are thinking in a very analytical manner. So logic games is extremely analytical. All skills and characteristics that are great for law school and being an attorney. It's not at all what people that have never looked into it assume about it. So that's why. But see, I don't really have any personal experience with the GRE, so I can't personally tell y'all like a comparison between the two, whether the GRE is easier, which I think is very subjective. LSAC, the Law School Admissions Council, that backs the whole applying the law school process, wasn't so happy about this decision, mainly because they administer the LSAT, and so, but they said they had to say this. There are obviously significant questions about the content, validity, and reliability of the GRE for law school admission. Shade. But we are not going to second guess this decision. The council has been allowing law schools to accept the GRE for at least 5 years. and it still amounts to only 1% of all matriculates. Shade. So yeah, like I said earlier, law schools have been allowing people to apply using their GREs, test scores, and like the law school admissions head said, that's been a thing for the past 5 years. And he was like, but you know, they keep using the LSAT. So, and when he says that part though, like, and yet it still amounts to only 1% of all matriculants. I'm like, bro, but that might change because ABA made this decision. We don't know what law schools are going to do. We don't know what they're going to do. My guess is they are going to go on this side of accepting GREs to separate themselves from competing law schools. I mean, whatever's going to get you the most money is what you're going to do, right? Right. I think some worry with when certain law schools were accepting GREs, like they still are. Like I said, this just happened Tuesday. So I'm not going to expect any law schools to make that drastic change this cycle at all, probably. I'll start seeing some changes next cycle. And for those of y'all, this cycle is for September through, when do the applications goes? Mostly in May, right? Or April? I don't know. Some in June. So, that's the cycle I'm referring to, which is the cycle that's going on now. So those of you that are applying next cycle, look out for that. I mean, you may be able to take the GRE for your target school. But again, big news, y'all. Big news, y'all. I'm not saying drop the LSAT books and start studying for the GRE right now, because you just don't know when that school, if that school is going to offer it, and if they are, when. Like I said, there are some schools that already offer you to go ahead and take the GRE. For those of you that haven't taken your LSAT, that plan on going to law school in the next 3 to 5 years, opposed to this year or next year, this should be something that's on your radar. Should I take the GRE? Should I take the LSAT? And just keep up with the news and see what schools are going to allow that change to happen. And I will be updating y'all as well. If there's a good amount of schools that start updating it, I will let y'all know, so y'all just have it from me, and then you can just note that for your future progress. That is all, fam. Brief video. Typically not law school news is, so I hope you like it, and if you did and you want to see more like it, please like, comment, and subscribe. As always, y'all, peace, guys.